since Snoop Dogg has assembled a group of exceptionally talented singers for the 28th season of The Voice. He is confident that he has what it takes to become the first person to ever win the competition. The iconic rapper completed the selection of his 12 members on the very last night of the blind auditions, which took place on October 7, 2025. As for the members of Team Snoop, who made it? In the following, you will find information on each artist on his squad, as well as footage of their auditions. The battle rounds will begin on October 13, and all 12 of the vocalists will advance to the next round. Team Snoop 2025. Mindy Miller, a mother from Nashville who hails from Damascus, Maryland. Mindy Miller, who is 35 years old, expressed to the producers of The Voice that the formation of a team would be absolutely life-changing. The singer-songwriter has recorded a number of songs and currently resides in Nashville with her family. During the blind auditions, Snoop turned around in a split second after hearing Miller's rendition of Lainey Wilson's song Wildflowers and Wild Horses. Miss Entire turned around as well, only to find out that Snoop had already used his block on her. The little boy that Miller has, Leo, ran out to give Snoop a hug, and on September 30, Miller said in an Instagram post that her son adores Uncle Snoop. She also mentioned that she is so honored to be working with such an icon who I am so proud to say is a genuinely amazing human being. Ralph Edwards, a resident of Fresno, California, put up Team Snoop 2025. Never once did Ralph Edwards give up. During his blind audition, the singer, who is 30 years old, disclosed that he had been watching The Voice ever since it first aired in 2011. He also mentioned that he has participated in 11 auditions, stating that this is the farthest I've ever gotten. Unbelievably, as he sang Lights by Journey, all 4 coaches clicked their buttons and proceeded to battle over him. On top of that, Michael Bublé predicted that whoever you choose is going to win The Voice. Snoop raised the stakes by presenting Edwards with his family of musicians that are signed to his record company. This was done to demonstrate to Edwards that he is serious about cultivating creative talent that he admires. Because Edwards decided to go with Snoop, it appeared that this was the solution to the problem. Atlanta's Yoshihana is a member of Team Snoop 2025. Ashton Buchanan, better known by her stage as Yoshihana, is a single mother to her 2 children, Aiden and Aubrey. In an interview with the producers of The Voice, she stated that her top concern has always been to make sure that her children have all they require. A potentially life-changing opportunity for all of us, she remarked, referring to the possibility of being selected for the show. After that, she sang a rendition of Deborah Cox's song, Nobody's Supposed to Be Here. Everybody else in the room turned their chairs, with the exception of Bublé, and as soon as the song was over, he made a joke about, "I'd like to change my vote, please." After that, he went on to say that he did not want to mess with the situation in which he was observing Snoop letting his hair down while listening to her delivery. Kennard Thomas, a native of Columbus, Georgia, members of Team Snoop 2025. During his performance at Blind Audition, Kennard Thomas demonstrated the strength of perseverance and referred to himself as the Comeback King. Although Thomas was able to make it through all of the preliminary auditions that took place during Season 16, he was not given any chair turns and hence did not get on stage for the blind audition. Nevertheless, he was brought back as a part of the comeback stage during that season, and he was coached by Babe Rexha. He made it into the top 24 before being eliminated once more. Thomas, who had been working on a cruise ship with his son in tow, returned for Season 28 and received 2 chair turns from Snoop and Niall Horan for his performance of Babyface's Whip Appeal. Thomas was convinced that he could go even further than he had been doing. Lauren Anderson of Oak Park, Illinois, is a member of the Snoop 2025 team. According to Canvas Rebel, the singer-songwriter Lauren Anderson, who is now 40 years old and resides in Nashville, spent many years working as a music therapist for young kids in the pediatric unit of a hospital in Kansas City. After spending a month in Los Angeles in 2018, the blues singer revealed to the source that she had spent her time there preparing to apply for The Voice blind auditions. However, she was disappointed to hear that the coaches had already filled up their teams before she was able to audition. It was fortunate that she came back in the year 2025, during the time that Anderson was singing Midnight Train to Memphis. Was successful. According to what he said to Anderson, "I deserve you and you deserve me." Sadie Dahl, a resident of Draper, Utah, is Team Snoop 2025. Sadie Dahl, who is 19 years old, was escorted to The Voice by her mother and Grandma Linda, who is a major fan of the show and even watches the Australian and United Kingdom versions of the series. It was clear to her that her granddaughter possessed the skills necessary to be included on the show as well, and she was successful in doing so, receiving a 4-chair turn for her rendition of Black Pumas Colors. The statement that McEntire made to Dahl was that she could definitely win this thing, and Horan was so ecstatic about Dahl that she even blocked Bubla. On the other hand, the singer retaliated against him by suggesting that Snoop should be the coach that Dahl should select, and in the end, she did choose Snoop. Kenny Aiko, a resident of Washington, District of Columbia, is a member of Team Snoop 2025. Kenny Aiko, an R&B singer who is 35 years old, was a member of a singing and dancing trio in the past, but in 2016, he went solo and released numerous albums of his own independently. During his performance of Bruno Mars's Versace on the Floor, during which he displayed his falsetto, Snoop swiftly turned around and Horan quickly followed suit. According to what Snoop said to him, "As far as my team is concerned, I don't have anything other than you. Look like you, feel like you, sound like you, and act like you. I don't have anything that looks like you." It was obvious that Aiko wanted to differentiate himself from the rest of the crowd, and he chose Snoop as his coach because his mother was cheering for him off stage. The Cherry Hill, New Jersey resident Natalia Albertini is a member of Team Snoop 2025. Natalia Albertini, who is 25 years old, was shot at her family's party balloon business prior to her audition. During the filming, she revealed that she is of Italian and Puerto Rican descent and that she was born to party. The passionate performance that she gave of Iron Cara's "Out Here on My Own" garnered Snoop a chair turn when she performed it. Daly made a joke about "in one note," and McEntire turned around shortly after. In response to the announcement that The Voice had broadcast her audition on social media, Albertini remarked, "This feels like a dream." It was Snoop who accompanied her, and he informed her, "When I hear your vocals, I can hear both R&B and pop flavors. Even when you saw me turn the chair, you pointed at me and said, 'Hey, good looking out,' but I got back to this. You were so peaceful and relaxed that you didn't even notice it. I appreciate that, I admire it, and I think that's a great example of showmanship." Toni Lorene, a resident of Houston, from Team Snoop 2025. Toni Lorene, who recently turned 29, has established herself as a voiceover artist. She is most known for her role as Cody's mother in the famous children's show Cocomelon, which is available on Netflix. In spite of this, she is well on her way to becoming famous for her singing voice, which is what she truly desires to be known for. Lorene was able to get 3 chair turns from Snoop, McEntire, and Horan because to her stunning performance of Lizzo's song, "'Cause I Love You." The input that Snoop provided to Lorene was obviously very much appreciated by her. She mentioned that he would make sure to provide her with R&B and soul music that was suitable for her vibe, and not simply songs that she is capable of performing with her powerful voice. When it came time to select a coach, she took a look at all 3 of them and then stated, "I'm sorry, but it's going to have to be Uncle Snoop." Inglewood, California resident Emmanuel Ray is a member of Team Snoop 2025. Emmanuel Ray, a 27-year-old educator who teaches 2nd grade, shared with the producers that his upbringing in a rough neighborhood in Inglewood, California, served as the impetus for him to become a reliable adult for other children. Primera Cita by Karen Leon was the song that he included in his blind audition performance, which was performed entirely in Spanish. Bubla and Snoop fought it out for him, with Bubla providing the most of his criticism in Spanish via their battle. The fact that Snoop was born and raised in Inglewood 2025. Jarrell Melton, who is 29 years old, stated that he has been a working musician for the past 10 years, performing at weddings and teaching piano. He also stated that her mother attended quite literally everything I did. Over the course of more than a decade, she struggled with a connective tissue condition, but she passed away in March. In spite of the fact that he was still hurting from the loss, he decided to sing "Go the Distance" by Michael Bolton in gratitude to his mother for encouraging him to pursue his aspirations. All of the judges were impressed by Melton, but Snoop was the only one who turned him down because everyone was becoming more selective with their final picks. When McIntyre inquired about the process by which he chose his song, he started talking about his mother and became emotional. After that, Snoop came up to Melton and gave him a hug while saying, "I understand the pain you are going through. Your heart is filled with the spirit of Mama, and you take it with you." In a later statement, Snoop expressed his belief that his mother, who had also died away, connected me with him. Taken from Bluefield, Virginia, Mackenzie Phipps is a member of Team Snoop 2025. Given that there was only one slot available on his squad, and that all of the other coaches' teams were already full, Snoop was exceedingly selective in his search for the final member of Squad Snoop. Mackenzie Phipps, who was only 23 years old at the time, was the only musician he listened to and passed over, but he sensed she had something special. It was revealed that she began singing when she was 15 years old, joined a band, and relocated to Nashville with her parents. She currently works at a doggy daycare in order to assist her family in meeting their financial obligations.